Welcome back to What Arty Noobs with General Disturbance, and in our last video we featured a player called Did You Feel It, and he was in his M55, and lo and behold 33 minutes later this is also Did You Feel It, and he's also still in his M55. This is actually the battle that took place a short while after the last battle, and I got sent both replays, so let's have a look and see how he gets on. This is on Erlenberg standard, and he's headed west. Not sure where he's going to set up. Let's have a look. It's a tier 10 battle, and he's in a tier 9 FPG, the American M55 with the 8-inch howitzer, the M47 howitzer. Okay, it looks like he's going around to the far corner. A little spot here you can hide from view, but still fire over the top at the enemy. He's set up. Okay, he's just situating himself, extending his aim. He can do that much faster if you use the right hand mouse button. You just then click on the right hand mouse button anywhere on the mini-map that he wants to look, and the view will take him there straight away. The vehicle will then adjust to look at the target and point the gun at the target. Okay, it doesn't appear to be anybody near the castle. It looks like all of the enemy have gone up the east side of the map. Ah, no, an enemy has been seen. It's a Foch. And this little Fokker is sitting in the back of the map, and he's trading shots with the rest of the Did You Feel It team, and that was a splash for 323 hit points, and he stunned that Foch as well. And another shot's gone in from his fellow Arty, which is the M4043. Okay, we've got a little while for the reload to go in, but the Foch is suffering, and there's an AMX 1390 on the enemy team disappearing off to the east. And keeping that Foch in his sights. Lining up the next shot, rounds out. Oh, it just overshot and did 50 splash damage, but he was dangerously close to one of his own teammates there. Now he's looking to the east because the enemy had turned up at the east side of the map in the form of the Leopard prototype. He's rapidly trying to get away because he's been hit and badly damaged, but Did You Feel It still hasn't reloaded, so you can't put a shell in to finish that Leopard prototype off. And we can also see an E100 on the east side of the map making its way down to the town. Now that round was aimed at where the prototype might be, but obviously it didn't hit him. So Did You Feel It's decided to move away from his current position because this side, the west side of the map, is now secure. He's headed to south towards a position that will enable him a good field of fire over the other side of the map. Okay, now T26E5 has been seen. Okay, he's centering his aim, letting the reticule contract. Fires. Rounds out. And splash hit. 213 hit points. 2 critical hits. Okay, he's tracked that Patriot. And the Patriot's being hit. Oh, some good hits going in. As soon as he's ready to fire, that Patriot could be ready for a splash kill. If it's not destroyed beforehand. Almost ready to fire. Oh, and yes, it looks like the Patriot's been killed. It pulled back, but it was wiped out. Yep, there's the wreck. So he's ready to fire, but no target to fire at. Ah, there's a couple of targets in the middle of town. An E100 and a Lorraine 42, the French tier 8 autoloaders. He fires a shell in, but no, I'm afraid that overshot fell behind, so he's now going to have to wait for the reload. 35 seconds on the reload on this M55. Okay, he's getting his aim ready beforehand. Looking at that E100, It's a difficult shot because he's got to get it over that mound of rubble, and the E100 is pulling back to hide behind the house. Now I've seen some artillery shoot through the windows of the house, and he did actually go through the windows there, but unfortunately it overshot the E100. Okay, there's a T-34 off to the north in grid square A8. I wonder if DigiFelix has spotted that. Yep, I think he has. Yes, he's taking a look at it. It's out in the open. But he's decided to go for the Grilla instead, which is partially damaged. There's also a T-34 up on the hill that's being struck. It's firing where the Grilla was, and the Grilla's already moved on. That was a chance shot when the Grilla was still hiding behind the building. The splash would have killed the Grilla, but the Grilla had already pulled away. So he's relocating again, getting close to his M43 teammate. I think he's going to focus all of his attention on the north end of the map. Okay, he's extending his aim. There's the T-34, but he's looking at the T-10. Nope, decided to go for the T-34 after all. It is very badly wounded, so a splash kill would be enough. Rounds out. And he kills the T-34, 42 hit points. That was a direct hit. Okay, we've got good 20 seconds now for the reload. But only the Grilla can be seen at the moment. The E100's popped up again, but he's popping in and out behind that rubble, so he's a very difficult target. Now we know there's a T-10 in those bushes, but he can't be seen. So I think he's gone back to trying to splash kill that Grilla. He aims the shot next to the building, fires, and it lands next to the Grilla, but all it does is stun him. I think the shot was just a little too far past the house. He's gone to overhead view because it's much easier to judge where the shell's going to land on the overhead view, and the Grilla's taken out and killed before he can reload. Okay, so he's going to look at that T-34 up on top of the hill. He's wisely pulling back, but he's been tracked. No, I think he burned his repair kit there. I think he's loading. He fires, and he caused 271 damage to the T-34 and some critical hits. He's going back to this E100 again. It'd be very difficult to loop a shell into that particular place, which I think that's the reason he's actually decided not to target it. Okay, there's a T10 up here. Yes, he can see it. Rounds out. It was just flying just ahead of where the T10 was going to be. He did stun the T10. We can see that he stunned it. He didn't hit, and the T10's been taken out. Okay, so we're back to this E100 again. It's a very, very difficult target. So narrow indeed that I'd almost say that it would be easier for DigiFelix to relocate again nearer his own cap to get a better angle on that E100. And he's caused 111 splash damage to it by bouncing the shockwave off the rubble. He's heading south instead. Now, I question the wisdom of that because there are still 5 members of the enemy team alive, and he's headed down to where most of them are located. Although his forces have now taken over a decent portion of the northeast end of the map. Headed down near this Wizzy 111, or is he going to set up here at the south end of the castle? No, he's decided to be just south of the castle and try another shot at the E100 from here. Just as good an angle as the north end, but obviously he had the castle in the way there, so he couldn't try the shot. He can get the shot into the E100 from here if he can see it. We know it's there. He's letting the reticule contract. He's firing a shot speculatively. No result. I suspect the E100 was there, but the shell fell short. There's a Waffenträger Panzer IV on the top of that hill, and a T-34. The T-34 is engaging the 4502, so obviously that's going to make him cling to that side of the hill and make it easier for Did You Feel It to put a shell into him. He's aiming for the engine deck of that T-34. He fires a round, blind. It hits and explodes, so obviously it didn't direct hit on the T-34, but he did splash it, and he did stun it. And the T-34 is taken out by the Jagdtiger. Okay, the Waffle's been seen. And the Waffle's on the other side of that hill, and he's aiming at the Wizzy, which is coming up from the south. Now, if Did You Feel It needs to get reloaded as quickly as possible to put a shell in, disrupt the Waffle, but yes, I think the Wizzy's after the GW Tiger P, and he doesn't realise he's being targeted by the Waffle. Oh, and he narrowly misses hitting the Waffle. 273 hit points of damage, and he stuns him. Narrowly misses killing the Waffle. Now there's only 2 enemies left on the enemy team, the E100 and the Waffle. The Waffle's about to be killed by the Jagdpanzer. Or is it the... No, it's the Wizzy who's about to take him out. And the Wizzy does kill the Waffle, and he fires this E100, and he gets into the back. It was a splash at the rear of the E100, and he does 293 hit points of damage and stuns the E100, who's engaging the Jagdtiger. Now, if that E100 pulls forward, it's going to be a difficult shot. No, he's come out into view again. He's an easy shot, but Did You Feel It's not reloaded yet? And the Jagdtiger's taken down by the E100. If he moves behind that house, that is an indestructible house, so Did You Feel It puts a shell right into the side of the E100, scores 274 hit points of damage with that one. And the Wizzy 111's coming in for a shot at the rear of the E100, and the kill shot goes in, the Wizzy kills him. And that's the end of the battle. Let's have a look at the end of battle stats. And it's an Ace Tanker. Did You Feel It's got an Ace Tanker in the M55, a Bruiser, and a Confederate for doing at least doing more damage than and hitting more vehicles than any other vehicle, and damaging at least 6 vehicles that were then subsequently killed by other members of his team. He did 2,258 hit points of damage. He got 2 kills, and his base XP was the highest at 1,153. He fired 17 shots, 2 direct hits, 2 penetrations, 13 splash, 2,258 hit points of damage, all from more than 300 meters. He damaged 9 vehicles, destroyed 2. Damage due to his assistance was 94. Damage due to his stun was a whopping great 2,499. That's a huge amount. And stuns caused 13. Now he's got a premium count, so he earned 49,649 credits. After deductions for the ammunition, he takes away 17,859 credits. And he received XP of 1,730, and a personal reserves bonus means he takes away 3,460 experience points. So well done to Did You Feel It? I'm sure they did feel it that time. And an Ace Tanker, so it's another one to add to your collection. If you like this replay, please give it a like and do subscribe to our channel, because our channels run for the benefit of the members. and hopefully I will see you in the next replay.